Welcome to Inclusive Blog powered by RECONOMY, where we dive into pressing topics related to inclusive and green economic development in the Eastern Partnership and Western Balkan countries. For this episode, we are discussing something that has the potential to transform businesses, industries, and entire economies, the circular economy. The world can no longer afford a take-make-waste approach. Instead, circularity offers a path forward, one that reduces waste, lower costs, and creates new economic opportunities. But real change only happens when businesses, institutions, and professionals work together. That's why this episode is dedicated to the Western Balkans Circular Economy Hub, a platform connecting key actors across the region to accelerate the shift to a circular economy. What is the Western Balkans Circular Economy Hub?
It is a very interesting initiative that recently started, but follows up on previous initiatives that the RECONOMY program has, and initiatives that are part of the Chambers of Commerce and our institute. So it comes all together with this idea to establish a hub that is a space where a collaboration can happen. As you say, this is a Western Balkans Circular Economy Hub, so it has the regional component, and it's very much dedicated to enable collaboration, networking, new partnerships, and possibility to thrive in order to succeed in the circular economy field.
And what specific gaps in the circular economy transition does the hub aim to address in the Western Balkan region?
And the current situation is that most of the countries in the Western Balkan have the roadmaps for circular economy, but this is a long way ahead of us. And the idea is to fill the gap and address the needs of different stakeholders. So predominantly what we are addressing are the needs of the business, but however, in this communication, we're including different type of stakeholders, because for circular economy to succeed, the collaboration is a very key point. And actually the Western Balkan Circular Economy Hub has this potential and capacity to engage, to invite the relevant stakeholders, and in different roles. So in that sense, we will have the core team, which are partners of the hub, who are establishing the hub. Predominantly, these are the Chambers of Commerce, but also other relevant organizations. They can be educational organizations, an NGO who is already active in the field in their country, or already regional activities that they have, which invites especially the target group that we have into this adventure of circular economy.
The circular economy in the chamber began approximately 2017 with little understanding from the business people, especially since we have only just started to apply the principles of sustainable development. Fortunately, we have managed to build on the principles of the circular economy and continue with sustainable development. In the end, the circular economy cannot succeed if it's not sustainable. The circular economy offers numerous benefits to companies in Serbia. According to Chambers survey, the main benefit include the reduction of pollutions and thermal impact on the environment, almost 50%, saving the procurement of raw materials almost 40%, and increase in profit to 30%.
In Montenegro, adopting circular practices enables companies to minimize waste, optimize production processes, and comply with evolving environmental regulation. Beyond regulatory compliance, circularity fosters innovation, enhances brand reputation, and attracts investments, ultimately strengthening business competitiveness. As a strategic economic model, the circular economy improves resource efficiency, reduces reliance on raw materials, and drives cost optimizations. Integrating circular principle into business operation strengthens the supply chains, creates new revenue streams through sustainable product design and waste valorization, and aligns companies with ACG standards. This is not only ensuring long-term sustainability, but also positioning business into the more competitive in both domestic and international markets.
I think the Chamber of Commerce has key role in the supporting companies in the transition, especially that we are first to start circular economy center in the, I can say, in the region, because even today we have some projects to involve all countries from region West Balkan 6 to establish Center for Circular Economy in their institutions.
Through initiatives like Circular Economy Hub, we support companies in navigating the regulatory landscape, accessing funding opportunities, and integrating sustainable business models. Additionally, we facilitate cooperation between private sector, government, and academia to drive systemic change and accelerate the transitions towards a more resilient and resource-efficient economy.
In the beginning, always we start with the introduction of circular economy principles with new technology, because many of production companies have old technology, and to establish these principles they have to use new technology. Of course, money always is topic and problem, and we are first try to find founding options for new technology and for new machines, and then approach to the companies. Majority of companies in Serbia see the circular economy is useful, almost 70%. Survivor company believe that the circular economy is useful, will 56% believe that it's profitable. Mm-hmm. However, there is a certain amount of skepticism, of course, especially due to the high investment. Like I say, information are so low level for funding, because the bank system don't recognize circular economy and cannot find a way to measure it.
Well, reactions among businesses vary. Some view circularity practices primarily as regulatory requirements, while others recognize them as strategic investments for long-term competitiveness. Initial hesitation often comes from concern about costs and implementation complexity. However, as companies gain a deeper understanding of the financial and operational benefits, such as cost saving, risk mitigation, and enhanced market positioning, they become more receptive to adopting circular economy principles.
And what kind of education and training and knowledge sharing services does the hub provide, and who benefits the most from these programs?
Yes, thank you. So it's in the way we are setting up the hub. As I mentioned, on one side we have the engage component. This means this collaboration, partnerships, and possibility to form new synergies. But on the other hand, we're very much aware that what is needed is to empower. And through this component, we're offering educational services, we're offering mentoring services to the ones who are needed. And in this case, as the focus of RECONOMY is for young people and women, this is the first target group that we are addressing, and it has great potential. So we are addressing students, people who just finished their education, who would like to start new careers or maybe start a new business as such, but also already existing companies through the support of the Chambers of Commerce. In this sense, we have three big target groups, let's say, but also with the potential to interact between each other. And the idea how we would like to offer these educational services is through the digital platform. So there will be a lot of possibilities for online learning, but supported with a series of webinars and in-person happening, the type of events and workshops in order to support this process. At this moment, as we are establishing the hub in the totality, we're not focusing exclusively to one industry, but this will come later with this potential, because from one side, we will offer these educational services and mentorship program. There will be a knowledge hub with a lot of resources available, different documents, tools, templates, reports, strategies, everything, to be on one spot. So that's the aim of the hub. Everything on one spot, one shop, let's say, open for anybody who is interested in circular economy.
Thank you, Angelina. And for businesses or institutions interested in getting involved, what are the first steps they should take?
So at the moment, we've started with our LinkedIn social profile, engaging with our potential users, and we have the opportunity for them to express interest. This is professionals, students, but also companies. And what they can do at this moment is express interest. We have a form that they can fill in, and with this we will have this internal network, members of the hub, let's say, which will be the first group of people that we will address when we have any type of education service provided, etc. So I invite all interested to fill in this form in order for us to stay in touch with them. And definitely one thing that we have in mind is the language barrier or some constraints that might occur through the language. So we are also offering all offer besides English to be on national languages as well. One other point that I would like also to emphasize is, besides all these activities that the hub has envisioned, there will be an opportunity to understand where additional funding can come. So they will know and get information of access to finance, and with this also get support with different donors or EU funds available in order really to make changes, rethink, redesign the business model, or start up something new from scratch.
The Western Balkans Circular Economy Hub is clearly playing an important role in bridging gaps, fostering innovation, and driving sustainability across the Western Balkan region. To our audience, if you want to learn more about the Western Balkans Circular Economy Hub or get involved, be sure to check out the link in the description of this video. That's all for this episode of Inclusive Blog powered by RECONOMY. Stay tuned for more stories on innovation, inclusion, and green economic development.